Hi buddy, welcome back to GregTech. New Horizons, episode 52 with me, Sid. Where I have some plans. They're not brilliant plans, but they're some plans, all the same. And those plans involve starting to try and get little bit in the direction of medium voltage power, so we can use some of the medium voltage machines and start this steady upgrade. I suspect it's going to be quite painful, but last episode we left off with this thing on our thing, and we didn't have the aspects. Now I have gone out in the world and I have scanned a number of aura nodes. Surprisingly, there was like 3 together there. I didn't see really much of anything over here, and then there was quite a few over here. So that was enough, because that was 3 as well. So that was enough to get me what I needed, but I do need to look at concentrating and get those sorted. But it does mean that my wand now has enough of the aspects to make the greedy chest. Now I can't remember why I wanted a greedy chest. I think it's a quest line item. I can't remember. I kept on thinking, I in my head thought it was a hungry chest, and it's not. It is a greedy chest. You see, in Golomancy, there's the hungry chest, which picks things up that are dropped on the floor near it, and that is stuff, including thormium screws. So it's not that one, and it was, where was it? Automage? No. I can't remember which. You know what? It's probably easier just to have a look. This is from Automage. Yes, it is from Automage. And it looks like, oh, it's there, look. The greedy chest, which takes us to a thirsty tank, enchanted paper, something else. But the nature of the hungry chest was tied to the true gluttony, or if you're merely anthropomorphizing a simple, largely immobile automaton. There's something about it that only makes when it gobbles things up. That is good. I've always enjoyed that. You've been able to detect any cognitive available, blah, blah, blah. Your methods led to other needs which could be imbued. It was a small jump from a basic hunger to a primitive greed. Harness this is something. Okay. The greedy chest steals items as they're placed into adjacent inventories. In effect, 50% of everything put into his neighbours ends up inside the greedy chest instead, providing the items will fit. If you right-click with your wand, you can change its behaviour to take more or less, attempts to maintain a stock, or takes only items that surpass a given threshold. You can also choose which neighbours it will. I wonder. Things. A chest will not take from hoppers. I don't know, does it mention anything about range? It doesn't. I wonder here, just hear me out on this one. Let's go and complete that. And take our wand with us. So we've got the greedy chest quest. If I were to chop that up and get the stuff, because obviously we don't want that to go missing, and then we get our gold and we put it away, and we get our silver. I don't have silver anywhere else, do I? You know, when you sit there going, have I got silver somewhere else? Have I? I don't know. I don't know if I have silver somewhere else. Right, so if I go and place you there, and then split contents, I don't really want 50-50, but that's probably things. And let's have a look. You are east. And what goes in there? So if I then go in here, take that iron ore out, put it in. See, this could then be, if I set the percentage really low, so let's set the 5%, say. Percent is possibly too low. See, what I'd like is something that just maintains one of everything that's in here, but I suspect it's going to take it every. If I take that out and put it back in again, yeah, it's going to keep doing it, isn't it? Wait, give me that. I am going to store that for a while, just because I am not 100% certain where that fits in my plans, and we can get rid of you from there. So that's one quest done. Now the other quest I was working at, well, the other two quests I was working on, fish oil cans. Thank you. I can't remember who it was who mentioned that they had to be actual industrial craft cells and not universal cells. So I've corrected that. I now have 11 left to go. So with a bit of luck, we'll be close to finishing that. Sodium dust and water cells, and we need to make sodium hydroxide, which we make in a chemical bath. Oh yes, chemical bath. Now I thought this was a mixer recipe because I've got a mixer, or it could have been a chemical reactor, or perhaps it could have been a electrolyzer. Oh no, it's another machine. The chemical bath, which is this one, bathing ores in chemicals to separate them. So I pulled everything down. I had 2 circuits, I had some motors, so I pulled everything together to make that. That might even be a quest. It was a quest. We're going to place you on here, and boom, we've got a chemical bath. Which means that then we can then put, we're going to put the water in and the sodium in, and that is going to make me sodium hydroxide. And then we can go and put the empty cells away. Lovely. I still need to do some work in here, and I think these windows are going to go on both sides. I'm going to try and get a small wall of things over here, and a wall of tanks over here for the common stuff. And I think the other thing I want to work on fairly urgently is elevators, because I want to bring medium voltage into this space. I think that will work, because we're going to use 4 low voltage hoofers to make a thingy. We're basically going to be using the low voltage transformer to take the inputs from 4 low voltage sources to make a medium voltage. I think that's how it's going to work anyway. We have 8 hydrogen gas. Let me just get one of those. No. I wish the gods didn't have to remind me quite like that, though. That's just rude. That is, I need to find hydrogen. Oh, okay. That's not ideal. Your universal cells. So let me grab 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, that's one too many. If I go and put you in there, then go and do that, that will mean that I can stick another. Basically, doing it this way means I can stick 96 of whatever it is I'm storing in there. So that is that one done, and that's all sorted. So let's have just have a quick peek at what we have completed. We did the chemical bath. just gives us some stuff, nothing major there. So many machines I still haven't done in the low voltage tier. In the medium voltage tier, we have sodium hydroxide, so we shall go for... I feel that that is... I don't know whether that would be useful as well. I'm going to go with the sodium, actually. And we had the chest, didn't we? In the... Oh, we got biofuel for the biomasses. That's also a quest in there, which is why I aim for 16 rather than 8. Claim and back. Requires... Oh, I still need to do the 2 ethanols, and then we can get to biological diesel. But okay, still things to do. And finally, we can head off to the novice thaumaturgist and get the common treasure chest. And the next thing is the thirsty tank. Interesting. Placed next to a water source block is a decent water source. It also supports several grades. Oh. Placed next to a water source block. How fast is that? Let's just go have a look at the book. Oh, we can also put this appetite ore back as well. That seems to be floating around in there. That and that can go in there. That can go... Oh no, that can go in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. Maybe. Thank you. You can go in there. And we want the book. Give me the book. Thirsty tank. You do. I need greed. No, that's not greed. What is that aspect? Fames. Fames is cooked food. Looks to be food related. Okay, let's go and see if I can't get some more fames, shall we? One. You're not giving me sandwiches? That's a bit cruel. No. Scan them anyway. And then we can come in here and I should be able to scan some again if I cook them, shouldn't I, as well? In fact, let's do that. Let's take, what have we got? We've got a cooked mutton. Let's do a porky chop. Let's do a beef. Let's do a chicken. Oh, wow. Everything's just got so much. That's 50. I should get these put through because I've worked out how to... they're not worth anything once they're cooked. Yeah, I've worked out how to get these into... They just go and create... I haven't worked out. That sounds so much more exciting than it really was. I don't think you class as fish, though. No, you don't. Which makes absolute sense, and why would it class as fish? However, let's go boop boop boop, and then we can cook those up, and that'll give us something to play with. Do 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 do, and dump dump. Bit more fames, always handy. That can all go away. Right, what was I doing? I was trying to get the automagi, this one, the thirsty tank. Right, so this is a little bit more expensive. We're going to need some arcane stone. We need some, presumably any glass. We need another avarice pearl. Only fluid box that will be swallowed. Only for, but even flowing liquid can cause a reaction. The tank can take fluids from the world at some distance, providing there is an unbroken chain. In this way, small pools can be consumed. I don't think it's infinite. Liquids can also be added or removed. If placed next to a water source block. Now I'm going to... You can also fill in empty water bottles using the tank. You might want to shelter it from the rain, but that's fine. Can you then drain out of it? And the reason I ask this is it possible for me to put a single water source block in the middle of 4 of these devices? I think that's one to test, which I may do, but not today. Let's go and carry on with some stuff. Because I think otherwise. However, I am going to add you to my to-do list, because I think that's something to play with going forward. And the other one is we do need to have a look at this, which that will take us to some other options as well, won't it? Lots of things to look at, more than we can reasonably cope with. Oh, well, hang on, hold the phone. I didn't know that had become a thing. I mean, they're expensive, but is there a way of... Oh, we can break them down. Still, that's... I mean, I've got quite a lot of those. Alright, that's useful to know. Should I? Yes, I'm going to do a bit of spending. Right, let's go in here. So I need those. We're going to detect, because it's a repeatable, so claim back. Detect, claim back. Diodes, very tempting. Still got quite a few of those. Yeah, we should do. Detect, claim back, because we're going to want to do medium voltage stuff as well in a bit. So that's all of those. Right, what else can we use? Detect, claim back. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I keep running into those, so we'll have some of those. I've got loads of rubber, but that's not the point. And I mean, tin rotors, they're cheap. I've got loads of tin, don't worry about it. That's all cheap, got loads of it. Copper cable, that is a bit of a pain, but I don't want to worry about that right now. And these I do need some tin cables, so we'll get those. I'm not so sure about the red alloy cables right now, and I often need glass, so we'll need to grab that as well. Not with that, we won't. Okay, that's fine. A little shopping spree while I've got coins. So yeah, I mean, that's more useful. Let's go and see a man about some fish. That's my Yeah, so these, even though I wasn't processing them, you just whack them in. They're fine. It doesn't matter. It's a fish. It's happy. This was... yeah, I just need to go, I think, and do a little bit of rearranging over here. I'll be back in a second. All right, well, yeah, I'm not doing anything towards the meeting, but I'm just reorganizing in here. But I thought I'd come back in. So, got a couple of iron chests, which are going to go there and there. Those are going to get those, no, labels on them. And then I'm going to go and do a couple of upgrades, and that is going to go there. Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me I've, and there. So we've got this chest which is full of gumph. We've got these big old barrels up here which we can lock in, and I've got a few bits and pieces of spare material here. I would like to, so my thoughts are that this is going to be the tool chest. It's a bit big for the tool chest, but the next size, I mean, I suppose I could have gone with a copper. That might have been, because obviously a chest is 3 by 9. A copper is 5 by 9. There isn't an actual 4 by 9. Well, yeah, as best as I can tell. So, yeah, a copper would probably have been the thing. I don't know what half of this. Some of this is just, I don't know, shift. I'm on raw, twice the capacity. Well, yeah, but that's twice the capacity of, and that's only iron, so there we go. I don't think that's a thing. Plus, there's no recipe for it anyway, so anyway, a slightly larger chest is a thing. So the idea now is that we've got this set up here. I need to probably think about what I'm going to do where. So my thoughts were getting things like rubber sheets, thing, rubber rings, in a thing, rubber nuggets in a thing, because I think these are all things we're going to need to use quite often. We've got some tools, we've got wires. Now I think this is probably worthy of a slot of its own. Probably also those. Yeah, I'm not sure about the gold. Yeah, because we can use gold for, let me just double check. I think we use gold for circuits, don't we? Yeah, so definitely gold. And then it's just really a matter of building this kind of wall up of, this will be tools, this will be project items, this will be, say, machine parts, so gear, electric motors, chips, anything that doesn't really fit into this kind of bit here. And then the big old stuff up there will, be, well, the big old stuff up there, really. It doesn't become much more complicated than that, I suppose. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And then over here we've still got this chest which is full of stuff from previous things, so we can dolly that and bring it over, and then we can get all of that put away. I can go through my inventory in there, get anything useful up there put away. The tool chest I'll bring from over near the yeah, okay, boop, and just really try and organise this a little bit better. I'm not worried about these stairs, but I just won't want to have to run up things, which is why I have added the elevator to there, and that might actually take precedence to get the kind of I'll use the word infrastructure very loosely, to get the transport mechanism in there. I don't know whether it's in this pack, whether it utilizes experience to use, and that is the only real concern. If well, that's concern is a very strong word. Let me just chop that off. That will give there. You are fine over there. That's all mould, so we can rework some of this a little bit in this area for now, because it has been neglected. How much I'm going to get done on the quest, I'm not even going to try and second guess. I'm just going to go with, because I suspect it's probably going to be less. Oh, it's blood moon. Yeah, I'm stuck with the night time, so I'll have to be a bit cautious with power usage as well from here, because I can't sleep through the night. Of course, it doesn't matter that it's a blood moon. It doesn't actually have any practical implications for me, which is always nice. Right, have I got a spare, almost knackered soft mallet? That's probably the most knackered soft mallet. So we'll come into here and we'll put a soft mallet in that box. Oh, this light is terrible. Have I got, that's a steel hammer, I don't want to waste it. That's almost a knackered diamond hammer. So we can take you. Maybe that file. Well, we'll have a look at the files in a moment. Let me go and put the hammer in there. Let's have a look. What's my file looking like in here? 92. Yeah, that one's more or less knackered. So I use the word loosely, obviously. So that kind of puts those. Now, a lot of these tools don't go in this box. Those do, but a lot of them don't. So we do need to sort out in here. We need to sort out in here. I do, however, have some good news. $64 fish oil, which means that we should be able to go back over here. Complete fish, so we can have seed oil cans, plant balls, empty cans, or loot bag. I'm going to go with those again. I don't desperately need them, but having them would be beneficial, I suspect. Let me just put that in there for now. What did that open up? If anything, nothing, actually. Oh, or did it? Does it open up biodiesel? Okay, it opens up biodiesel. Its burn value is 256,000 EU per cell, less than regular diesel, but more renewable. And we do this in a chemical reactor. Fish oil, ethanol, and sodium hydro. Oh, this is where it all starts to come together, isn't it? So you're basically using 6 fish oil with ethanol. I can't know. We need to work out how to do that then now, don't we? Steam and yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now because that looks. And then we get glycerol. Okay. Alright, well, it's. Whoa, this is dark. Anyway, let me just try and sort myself out a little. And I'll be back in a moment. Alright, this is not finished. This has become the miscellaneous chest. There's stuff in here that doesn't want to be in a miscellaneous chest, and there's stuff in here that can go into building blocks. I probably need to decide what I want to do about this. Is currently plates and casing. I may make it also things like springs and cogs and what. In fact, let's do that now. It's not going to make a huge amount of difference to this, but if it is also springs and cogs, we're good. We've got lots of room down here for things that we need to store, such as motors and things. It's just really working out what wants to go in drawers, what is going to be a bulk item like rubber, and there's 145 empty cells in there, there's 149 rubber in that thing. So these are all pretty useful. These are, I mean, I could potentially put the rubber in there, but and for that matter, I mean, I put rubber rings, I put rings in there, but I've actually put rubber rings as a separate item because they're an item you use reasonably commonly. But I think that makes, well, for starters, I think that makes an interesting screenshot. So let's get that one. Now, in terms of what else I would like to do this episode, I was looking at doing the advanced spoilers. So my thoughts are along these lines. I need steam. To make steam, I need boilers, and we've got water coming in, which is why I was so interested in that thirsty tank. Because in theory, you know, I've got, I don't know, this is using a certain amount of water per tick, and this is producing a certain amount of water per tick, but it never goes beyond 1.2. So in theory, those should be fine. However, I need to basically fill this as fast as, and I can see here that the coal has gone, so the temperature, see, I'm constantly, I thought this temperature was supposed to get to a certain temperature and then stay there once it gets above a certain level. So we'll worry about that later. So we've got up here, and this is why I want to concentrate, look at getting the elevators. 4 water towers, all full, all nice and working. Now, I think these 4 water towers individually should be enough to supply one of those boilers. So that should give us plenty of steam, and then we use the steam to run 4 low voltage turbines, which are going to be relatively inexpensive, and then they in turn will feed into the low voltage transformer in step up mode, which will be soft mallet, and that will then give me a medium voltage supply, which I can run into the advanced fluid extractor, which is currently the only medium voltage machine I have. But that's obviously going to change with time. However, I don't want to have to go up these ladders all the time, so I'd like to put my medium voltage machines on the next floor up, and that means I need to bring steam from here somehow to 4 of those, and there's a lot of jiggery pokery needed here, I think, which this was kind of me just making a bit of sense of some mess, because it has got messy. Yeah, do I want to, you know, the sodium hydroxide, we know what that's used for now. We use it to make, I think it's not the same, which one was it? It's not the electrolyzer, because that would be going the other element. You use it in the hoofer to make fuel, don't we? That was it. Use, we don't want that. We want to make, what on earth? An epichlorohydrin cell. Sounds interesting. Sounds like there's a lot of uses for it, put it that way. But what we're after is the biodiesel, I believe. Seed oil gives you biodiesel. So we do need a tiny pile of that, which means it obviously goes a long way. You get 9 for each one. But the bit we need, and again I've just gone and lost my spot now. I can't remember where it was. Let me just run back until we find it. Fish oil, 9 things of 54 cans of biodiesel, each one worth 256,000 EU. But this methanol is now the interesting question. How do I make you? Carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Okay. We've got a chemical reactor, haven't I? Let me just double check. You are a chemical reactor. I have got some carbon monoxide, but not a huge... No, carbon dioxide actually, isn't it? Interesting. So I think that's something for next episode. I was hoping to get a little bit further with that, but there's just processing to make. This one, let's just have a quick peek at you. So steel plates, steel gears, not too expensive. Ender pearl cutting machine, block of ender pearl with lubricant to make ender pearl plate. Have I not already got some ender pearl plate? If I have, it's hiding. Don't know why that bucket's in there. Just dumped everything into the mist chest down here for that one. Diamond plate. Okay. So let's just go back to here and have a look. How do I make ender pearl plate? I need a block of ender pearl, which is 9 ender pearls in a compressor. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go. Having teleported myself into a block with ender pearls, I've got into the habit of not clicking with them in my hand, because I've managed to kill myself once in the past using that particular technique. And then we're going to take a block of that. That's going to go through a cutting machine. It will give me 9. Okay, that's fine. Wondering whether I actually should take a bucket of water up as well, because that cutting machine probably is getting a bit low on lubricant. So we shall fix that as well while we're at it. Slurp. We're nearly. Yeah, look, you can see the floor. We're nearly at the point where we've reached the bottom of draining this thing. I mean, it's only taken 50 odd episodes. So, let me go and get my ender pearl block. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ender pearl block. There we go. Because we're going to need to make 1, 2, 3 potentially of these. I'm going to leave the stairs in just in case they do end up being... what's the word I'm looking for here? In case the elevator does require experience, because that'll be a pain if it does. That it looks like it's going to take a while to cut, so while we're waiting on that, let us get... So I need, what did I say, 3? So let us get 5, 10, 15 steel plates for starters, and then I'll get on with the cogs. And then we just need to look at the frame, which is probably a bit more complex. But I think it's aluminium frame, isn't it? So, yeah, that should be fine. Bang. Oh, hang on. Boop. No, boop, boop. Let's make the right thing. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. All right, we're almost there. However, there is one last small, tiny, weeny thing to do. I also need to recycle that steel. And I'm not sure what's involved. Let's have a look. Aluminium frame is 2 aluminium rods. So basically need 16 aluminium. Okay, pricey, but I think it'll be worth it. Well, let's say, what did I say? 16, didn't I? Right, so we're going to take you, we're going to make 16 aluminium rods in the old lathe. Bang. Doesn't take too long. Let me just check what my power's like. Yeah, it's good. What are you generating? Yeah, 7 EU, so slightly dirty, but not significantly dirty. That's what you do. No, let's not do that joke. Let's just avoid it like the plague. And then we can take that and we can obviously smelt that aluminium back and process it up again back into usable aluminium for us. And world will be good and happy, I believe. I think we just need a wrench in there, so I probably need to just have a look at the recipe for that. It's just a hammer with whatever I'm making out of. So the question is, which is the best that I can, what is the best that I can make right now? And there's a lot of pages to go through, so level 4. What are you? Atomic separation catalyst. I think I'm a little bit away from that one. Just call me suspicious. I don't think half of this I can make. Anyway, I'm just going to have a look at getting a new wrench while I mean, I've got the electric wrench, and maybe I should be using that because I think that's got the... Yeah, let's just not worry about that for now. Although, maybe what I should do is have a second electric wrench. Let's just have a look. What was in you? You were relatively inexpensive apart from the lithium battery. So yeah, I think maybe just a second electric wrench. So our toolboxes and the screwdriver as well, for that matter. Yes, then maybe we'll do it that way. But right now, I've got 16 of those, 16 of those. That becomes 16 of those. Those we can put through an electric blast furnace, but only as a high voltage recipe. So we are going to have to do it into tinkers and then that way, which is a shame, but there you go. A couple of aluminium frames. I should have checked that. Got Tumbago, wrought iron and Invar, but not any of those. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to take those and make 3 of those. That may complete a quest or not. It did. So I think frames need to go into one of these, maybe over here. However, this one, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take you out. And we're going to pop you in. I'll leave them white. I don't need to feel the need to dye them. We'll pop that panel back there. Didn't appear to use any. Now I may put one in at the floor, but if it is, it's very small quantities. But that will make life a lot easier than running up and down. I don't mind that bit, but that's fine. Anyway, I think we can close that. We can go and see what we got for, in fact, here, getting around. Okay, that was a getting around quest, was it? Oh, okay. No, I'm going to have a free elevator. So that, we're going to do that. Right, do I? Yeah, no, I'm going to keep that. That is as my spare elevator. We'll process that up, but I think on that basis, that is enough for this episode. We've made some progress. We've tidied up. Hopefully, I get the impression that I'm going to be doing this to kind of tidy up and rationalisation and tidying and rationalising on a lot of occasions. I think that's probably the fairest way of saying this. I can't see how this could be, any other way. Because as we develop, we'll pick up more requirements. More requirements will give us more developments, so on and so forth, yada yada, mergle, and the world will be what it is. I would like you to go there out of the way, and then we'll take. Let's go. Can't. Okay, fine. I'll take you to there. Can I pick you up? No. Typical. No, that doesn't drop everything. Oh, that's even better then, isn't it? And then we'll take you and put you there. That can go in there. That is somewhat more manageable. Hello. Got to be holding that in my gloves. Put you there. That's going to do its thing and pour its stuff. Yada yada. Everything's good. So yeah, we're pretty much done for this episode. As usual, thank you everybody for the comments. We're steadily making progress, but I think once we'll get this going, I think some red alloy cable to bring some power through to here. What I do with this setup, I don't know. Not quite sure, made my mind up there, but that and that is going to make a huge difference. Just need to decide what I'm going to do here. You see, I would put a motor or something on there to indicate that there's these components in there, but that's an expensive item. But I suppose ultimately we're going to be putting medium voltage stuff on there, and like the diodes, for example, probably want to go on there to make these, which we need the good circuit board and the diode, that, and went into a good circuit board. It's not too bad actually, is it? Anyway, yeah, I waffle and ramble, so until next time, thanks for watching and I will see you soon, and bye for now.